Welcome to Machzor before Rosh Hashana part 5. Yesterday we talked about the Torah reading on the first day of Rosh Hashana. Today we want to discuss the Torah reading on the second day of Rosh Hashana. So the Torah reading, the part we read from the Torah itself, is the Akedah, the binding of Isaac, Akedah Yitzchak. In the art scroll it's page 402 at the bottom of the page. In the Nusach Hari, Machzor, this version, is page 119 at the bottom. We read this in Rosh Hashana because this was an incredible sacrifice that Abraham had to listen to God and to take his only son to offer him up on an altar, which eventually didn't happen because God told him to take it down. But nevertheless, that was a commitment of Abraham, an amazing commitment. We make mention of the story many times in Rosh Hashana because we ask God to remember the sacrifice of Abraham and in his merit to give us the blessings that we ask for. Another part of this whole story, of course, is that when God told Abraham to take Isaac down, he told him to offer up a ram which he noticed in the bushes as a substitute for Yitzchak. That ram had two shofars on it. We are taught that the left shofar was the shofar that God blew when he gave the Torah. As it says that at Mount Sinai there was the voice of the shofar that was a whole time getting stronger and stronger. The right shofar was the shofar that God will blow when Mashiach comes. As it says that the redemption will come with the blast of the shofar. When we blow shofar in Rosh Hashana, we remember the shofars and the ram that was a substitute for Yitzchak. And we ask God that just as we blow shofar, He should blow the final blow of the shofar and bring Mashiach, the final redemption. Now that's the Torah reading. The Haftarah of the second day of Rosh Hashana which is on page 416 in the art scroll and page 122 in the Ari, is a haftarah that deals with our matriarch Rachel. And the reason that we do this is because we find the compassion, the mercy, the love of a mother to a child, particularly with Rachel. As the Medrash tells us that when the Jews were going to Babylon into exile after the destruction of the temple, they passed by the tomb of Rachel. And it says that Rachel mevake al baneha, Rachel was crying for her children and was inconsolable until God promised her that she can stop crying because her children will return. And in fact, the last verse of the Haftarah that we read on the second day of Rosh Hashana is a verse which we later recite in the Musaf, and it reads, Havein yakir li Ephraim. God says, is Ephraim, referring to the Jewish people, not my beloved son? Is he not a precious child that whenever I speak of him, I recall him even more? And therefore my inner parts stir for him. I will surely have compassion for him. We ask God on Rosh Hashana that just as Rachel cried for her children, because the love of a mother to a child is unlimited, so too God will have compassion for His children and bless us with a good year. Have a great day.